Monday Night Raw Hot Takes, where I take your thoughts, your opinions, your hot takes from the previous episode of Monday Night Raw, SmackDown, and or PLEs. Here's a hot take on vegans. Vegans and meat eaters like myself, we have more in common than not in common. Vegans, they love their animals. Meat eaters, we love our animals too. We just love them with some barbecue sauce and we need a napkin. All right, let's get into some hot takes. We got Jimbo Slice saying, I really wish Punk had dropped the respect stuff. Yeah, the respect virus has infected CM Punk now, and just pushed Jey into deep waters on the microphone. Jey Uso can do good promos. I've seen it. I've lived through them. I've loved them. But, like, for real, it was just like, yeet. That's what we got yesterday. CM Punk, one of the best. Love him or hate him, one of the best on the microphones, couldn't get anything out of Jey Uso last night. He literally just sat there, and I mean, it was cool. It was kind of funny when CM Punk made them run it back, but CM Punk literally was telling him how much he respected the gumption of Jey Uso doing what it took to get here. And then Jey Uso was just getting madder and madder as if CM Punk was insulting him, but CM Punk wasn't. And then Jey was like, I'm going to beat you and prove that I deserve to be here. Yeet. And it's like, okay. So that's what we constitute as a go home angle nowadays. We got Tiz Mickey saying, sigh, somehow Jey and Punk made me even less excited for their match with that promo. A go-home promo. Honestly, I'm secretly hoping the Vision or someone costs them the match and no one wins the vacant title. LOL. Honestly, I wish we ran back 1998 Survivor Series Deadly Games. That's right. I wish we ran it back, 25? I wish we ran it back 27 years and just repeated that, where the world title was vacant. It was vacant back then, and they ran it into Survivor Series. And we had a one-night tournament. That was cool, amazing, awesome. Oh, but Chop, what about War Games? What about War Games? This War Games, like, there's not enough blood feuds in WWE right now to warrant anybody walking into that cage, let alone 5 people. The only feuds that have enough hatred that would involve needing a cage would probably be, like, Io Sky and Rhea Ripley versus the Kabuki Warriors. Kari and Asuka. Like, nobody else. There's no hate anywhere else on this entire card. I mean, maybe Naomi and Drew McIntyre, but their feud is on Twitter, which, by the way, go check out Naomi and Drew McIntyre on Twitter. It's hilarious. But yeah, there is no feuds that deserve. What about the MFTs and Solo Sikoa and the Wyatts? Why should that be in War Games? War Games should be like Hell in the Cell. You know how Triple H dialed back Hell in the Cell and now Hell in the Cell means something again? Well, he has watered down War Games to mean almost nothing. Oh, it's Survivor Series, time to do a War Games. Like, yeah, let's have a feud between the MFTs and the Wyatts, but it doesn't, at this point, it doesn't deserve to be in War Games. All they've done was look at each other. That's all they've done. Looking at each other now warrants a War Games match? No, it doesn't. Like, it'd be cool if they had a traditional Survivor Series match, but like that said, there's no reason whatsoever to have a War Games match right now. Just have a tournament. If you have to, then just have a male tournament then. A male tournament, and the females can have their War Games if Triple H is just hell-bent on having some kind of steel cage structure. But like, honestly, I don't think nothing warrants it. I don't think nothing warrants the War Games matchup right now, and I hate that a gimmick is tied to it. But whatever. But how cool would it be, though? How cool would it be if the Brawns actually crashed out, completely ruined the World Championship match? I'm with you. People would hate that. There would be a lot of people who hate that, but me and you, Tiz Mickey, I would love it if it led to a tournament so we could crown a new world champion. And I need to crown a new world champion also on this channel. I'm going to give away this belt at 20,000 subscribers on my quest to quit my day job. How do you win it, you ask? If you didn't ask, go ahead and ask. Are you asking? Are you really asking? I don't think you're asking. I really don't think you're asking. Fine, don't ask. I'll tell you anyways. All you gotta do is comment below, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell, ding ding ding, notification, and you can win this belt right here. Not a toy, it's a replica. All right, so let's get to the next hot take. You wanna talk some shoes? Babs is here. Bronson Reed looking at the teaser. More shoes for my collection. Honestly, I honestly know that you're joking here, but why doesn't Bronson Reed like make that his gimmick? Like, he could go and beat up Tozawa, steal his shoes. He could go and just beat up a bunch of people. That's an easy way to just get a feud out of nowhere. It's not like they're doing anything with them anyways. Maybe we could cut down a couple of these 20-minute matches that we have on every Monday Night Raw, have him steal some shoes and get into a feud. He's the tribal thief. Steal some shoes. Let's get a real one about that, though. Arniec, Arniec says, there is no shoe guy. It's just a promo for WrestleMania. I've actually been hearing this, that this is literally those shoes, just a promo. If that's the case, wow. Wow. Triple H is more out of touch than I thought. Why would we need a promo for WrestleMania 42 right now? Like, we literally know where it's going to be. The Rock told us that it's going to be in New Orleans. Well, then WWE then took it away from New Orleans and put it in Las Vegas. So we've known for a while now that it's in Vegas. Why are they hyping up WrestleMania 42 right now with mysterious promos that they're airing on social media and then in WWE? There's no need. There is zero need to hype up WrestleMania 42 right now with mysterious promos. What is this? I really hope that Triple H sees the backlash of these promos being a WrestleMania 42 promo, and then he actually makes it somebody. He actually makes it Andrade or Santo Escobar or Gunther, and he says, haha, gotcha, and he tries to play it off as if he tricked the internet, because, like, he would be more tone deaf than I thought if this was literally a hype package for WrestleMania 42 when we already know where it's going to be after they took it away from another city that they announced for. Jay King says, push JD McDonough. JD actually won a match last night against Sheamus, so that was really cool. I was very, very shocked. I wish they would have struck while the iron was hot and pushed JD when he came back from literally puncturing his lungs on the announce table. That's when we should have pushed JD, but oh no, they hadn't written a push for JD back then, and that's one of the problems. Triple H does not capitalize on momentum, but he did have a good match. Then he also said every match had a point where the vibe was off, like a botch. There were botches last night. Again, do house shows. More house shows are needed. We don't need 300 house shows, but we do need about 150 to 200 house shows to keep the wrestlers in that mode. Like, for real. Look at the injured list right now and tell me that house shows are not needed. Let them have their vacations and let them have their holidays, but like, we need more house shows, and not just so families can actually afford to go to events, but so wrestlers can get their reps in. Roman Reigns, Acknowledge Me, says Rio and Bravo names, those are the tag team Grande Americanos, are just as goofy as JC Mateo. Hate that name. The difference is Rio and Bravo, yeah, maybe those names, they don't translate well in today's culture, but don't forget the Grande Americanos have been around for a very, very long time. They just were out of the public eye because they got blacklisted. So Rio and Bravo names, maybe those were super cool in the 70s and 80s, you know what I mean? So we got to put it into context of the time period in which their names were created. IntelliBit, you totally overlooked the main event tag team match. Thank you for calling me out on this. So I did my one take, one shot review yesterday, and it was a very, I was way more on the negative side than not. And this was a good match, and I did overlook it. So first off, I just want to say thank you for calling me out on this. That tag match match was spectacular for the women's titles, and it really was a great show from all the ladies. Fans were on their feet for that female tag match. So he's talking last night. The main event was the Kabuki Warriors. No. It was Bayley. You know, two faces of Bayley and Lyra Valkyria versus Charlotte Flair, the Not Friends, and Alexa Bliss. And when it was all said and done, the Kabuki Warriors even came out. And so it was the main event segment. And you are right. I overlooked it. I didn't talk much about it. I did not give it the praise that it deserved. Why didn't I? Is it because I hate female wrestling? No, because I hate how Triple H did LA Knight dirty. When Brock Lesnar squashed John Cena at WrestlePalooza, that moment in that pay-per-view, PLE, really soured my entire WrestlePalooza experience, in that I could never really fully enjoy it because that one super bad experience. And that happened to me last night as well. When LA Knight just lost unceremoniously, I just completely soured. I could see, while the match was happening, I could see that it was a good match, but the events and the storylines preceding that match really ruined it for me. And it's not because my guy didn't win. I'm okay with my guy not winning, but I'm not okay with just things that don't really make sense, or just guys being completely overlooked, or just like the ball just being dropped when it's so easy not to. I understand we got to push Braun Breaker, but I don't think we have to do it at the expense of LA Knight. I think LA Knight has proven himself time and time again, and I guess I'm just a moron too, because I believed that we were actually doing something with LA Knight. And so when the women's match actually happened, I was like, wow, this is a good match, but I was still eating sour grapes from just the total lack of respect for LA Knight, and so many other things. There were other things throughout the Monday Night Raw, like the fact that Jey Uso couldn't cut a promo, and I'm like, Jey, this isn't you. Cut a good promo, dude. If you're not in the ring with one of your bloodline members, no pun intended, it's like, why can't you cut a good promo unless it's against a fellow Samoan? So I don't know. I apologize though. I officially apologize to Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair, also to the Kabuki Warriors, and also to Bayley, both of her, and Lyra, because I should have gave you more props. So here you are, props. That was a very good match. But yeah, I was definitely I'd been emotionally taken out of Raw last night when they ruined my boy. Come At Meow says, what a heck of a finish. Suck it, Goldberg. He said, suck it, Goldberg. While yes, I am all for you guys just throwing me, you gals, just throwing me random jabs at Goldberg. Feel free to do that anytime. That is a highlight of my life. But what he's talking about is Goldberg has recently been saying how, they let some Asian girl beat my record just to disrespect me on the interview scenes. And surprise, surprise, Goldberg giving idiotic takes in idiotic interviews. And so that Asian girl got a 10-year video package last night and was part of the finish of the main event. Asuka, being that she's been here for 10 years, dominant, and she beat up everybody in the tag match after it was decided, and it shows that Asuka is like, a major player in WWE. So suck it, Goldberg, suck it. Programmed for Damage. I kind of like that name, actually. I don't know why I like that name, but it's like Programmed for Damage. Unless the El Grande Americano thing ends with Chad Gable returning to take them all out, this gimmick has more than ran its course. I still like Grande Americano, but I kind of wish he had left. I don't know if those are his cousins or not, but I kind of wish he had left his stable kind of back in Mexico. I really liked Grande when he was by himself. I don't know why you want Chad Gable to be the guy that confronts Grande Americano, but, well, I guess Chad Gable does have that kind of American gimmick thing going for him, so that would make sense. And I would love to see a Chad Gable versus Grande Americano match. I do feel, though, the addition of Rio and Bravo is subtracting, though, from the overall Grande experience. I agree somewhat with you, but I don't think it's ran its course. I do think we can go further, but it does need a little bit of a course correction. Ron Talks Tabletop, Steph and Raquel face to face. I fainted. I'm not exactly sure where you're going with that, but maybe it's because it's a dream match of yours. I would love to see that. I would love if Raquel Rodriguez and Stephanie Fakir had a feud. I would even be okay if Stephanie won, because that would then allow Raquel to just be mixing it up in the main event scene. But I think it would also be cool if Raquel won, and then Raquel and Liv Morgan went off to WrestleMania and feuded for that title. And it's kind of like, Liv Morgan playing the part of Shawn Michaels and Raquel playing the part of Big Daddy Cool Diesel. Josh Yu and Ohoha, they really had us looking at feet with no payoff. Again, that shoe promo throughout the night. It's like, if it's leading to a big reveal, like, John Cena at Madison Square Gardens, and then the shoe thing happens, and we see that it's Gunther, and he challenges him to his last match. Okay, fine. But if it's literally revealing WrestleMania 42 in Vegas, like, what? LT says, ChatGPT now full in charge and booking Raw, it seems. Only good thing from the show was it seems Jimmy might be the one who turns heel. Yeah, ChatGPT. They said that ChatGPT isn't booking. It's just a powered up Google for the writing creative. But I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all. And Jimmy, is he going to be the one that turns heel? Jay did say he doesn't have any real estate for Jimmy. He doesn't, he can care. He's too busy listening to the fans and Roman. He has to focus. He loves you, Jimmy, but he doesn't care about what you have to say. And Jimmy, I think he turned his hat backwards, and he didn't seem happy. He was just like, yeah, I love you too. I think the swerve might be, would they just do that? Would it just be a complete Jimmy goes heel again? I don't think we should do that. I know we sell a lot of merchandise, but flip Jay, make him the tribal chief. Roman's already proved you can still sell shirts and be a bad guy. HS Aleem says, worst go-home show in a while. I agree. If you don't know what a go-home show is the show before the main PLE or big event, and this is a big event. You have 4 title matches, 2 of them being the World Championship matches, actually 3 of them, including Tiffany versus Jade Cargill. So, the top titles, 3 top titles are on the line. This was definitely a big event, Saturday night's main event, and I'll do predictions tomorrow. We've got this is the last show before that, so this is the show that makes us want to see it, but this show did not make me want to see that match. I want to still watch Saturday's main event, but this show had nothing to do with making me do it. It's just WWE is part of my daily routine, my weekly routine, so that's why I'm doing it. I'm a wrestling fan in today's day and age because I was a wrestling fan when I was in 4th grade. I doubt I would see wrestling today and be like, wow, I must see this every week. It's habit now for me. Honestly, that sucks to say that. I love wrestling, and I hate when we get in these slumps where wrestling is more of just part of my weekly routine than it is must-see TV. Dyke Beck says, how about this hot take? I'm getting tired of the phrase hot take. All right, come up with something better and I'll use it, but it has to be something better. Don't just complain. Come up with something better. And you might be saying, well, Chop, you've been complaining about WWE this whole video. I consistently will produce other videos, though, that say, hey, I have this for an idea. I have this for an idea. Go forward and use that idea, Triple H. So I come up with alternative stories and ways to fix things all the time on this channel. So if you're going to come at me with and I'm very open to criticism, but you need to come at me with a solution as well. Carmichael says, what happened? I fell asleep. I envy you because I think sleeping was better than this Raw. Go catch a highlight. Go check out my one take one shot review and save yourself 2 hours. TTJC says tonight was the night of Judgment Day. Raquel, Finn, and JD called Dom out for cheating, even though they all cheated tonight. Yeah, they did all cheat. It's like, okay, pot, meet the kettle, you're black. We got then, they made it clear they aren't gonna help him. Yeah. Allegedly, Dominic had to call the Grandes to help. At this point, he's not begging them. He's making his own moves because even though it's a triple threat, the match is no DQ, so he can do whatever he wants. Yeah, he doesn't have to lie, cheat, and steal when that's part of the rules. We got money on repeat. Go ahead and keep confusing Jey Uso. He was a better heel until Roman started downing him, and we felt bad for him. Confuse him, turn him heel, and let him crash out and reach out to the tribal chief for advice. Yeah, turn him heel. Let Roman be the OTC 1, and he can be wherever he wants to be, and Jey can be the OTC 2, and be the boots on the ground for Roman. Skywalker Trace says, tonight's Raw felt like a 3-hour trailer for a movie that doesn't exist. Every segment was a breadcrumb leading nowhere, and the mystery shoe hype was WWE's attempt to farm engagement on social media without actually delivering. I mean, I don't mind if you have weeks of promos, but it has to lead to something in WWE and not just a sales pitch for WrestleMania. They did it with Y2J, lots of promos leading to his appearance back in, 99? So, like, we can do promos that are mysterious, but they gotta go somewhere. They gotta introduce a wrestler. MK9Z, the show was trash. I gave the show a 3 out of 10. I put 4, but I meant 3. I gave it a 3 out of 10. I just did not like it. It wasn't honestly, probably judging by today's day and culture, it probably wasn't a bad show, but I don't know. I should no longer be WrestleChop, and I should just be old man yelling at a cloud. I just can't see this and excuse it when I know that wrestling can be better. If Triple H hadn't lived through literally the best times of wrestling, right? He was a fan of the Golden Age. He was a participant of the Attitude Era, the New Generation, the Ruthless Aggression, the 2010s. He was actively in the best parts of wrestling, and this is what he produces. I just don't understand. If he was just some corporate TKO guy who didn't know anything and literally got head of creative because he was the son-in-law of Big Daddy TKO, then I would understand why the booking sucks so bad. But Triple H knows. He knows better. He's lived through the greatest stuff. And, so I'm just an old man yelling at a cloud at this point saying that Raw should be better than this. What we got yesterday was okay. Okay is not good enough. Maybe that's the Asian parent in me. If they're going to deliver a C, if this is a C, graded it, A, B, C, D, or E, if this was a C, to me, having too many C's in a row, you might as well be failing, honestly. Average is not good enough when I know it could be better. We've got the greatest roster ever. And they're treated like everybody's just a B player. It's like Vince McMahon would have killed to have this level of talent in Wrestle in 1997, 1998. But no, they're wasted with I respect you and just leaving for 3 weeks, not capitalizing on momentum. Cloud! I hate you, Cloud! Alfonso Passion says, They're doing my boy LA Knight dirty. I understand Breakker going over, but dang, even if LA Knight is on Raw or SmackDown, he's still not enough. He's 40 isn't the age WWE is pushing today, so I don't get it. Oh, he's 40, so that's the age WWE is pushing. I don't understand. What did LA Knight do? What did he do? Did he steal Triple H's parking spot or something? Did he I don't know. For him to just lose clean last night, I don't get it. I don't. Even if we're setting him up for a major push, we don't have to treat him like this. It's OTW with Xavier out. I think it's time for a solo Kofi heel run. I would love that. Kofi was so funny yesterday. The New Day are the king of the commercial break interview, and during one of those, he said everybody in Anaheim had diabetes. Oh my God, he is so freaking funny. Why not push him? Why not give him a heel run? I would love that. Love that. Come At Me Out says the highlight of Raw was Go for Launch's birthday song by the Chopster. If it is your birthday, if you're within a 7-day period of a live stream and it's your birthday, come to the live stream, tell me, and I will sing you happy birthday without fail. Hank says, I love that the women's tag team match got the main event spot on Raw. To me, the division finally feels like a big deal with the amount of star power and stories built up each team getting. Hopefully, they keep up this momentum. Yeah, I can see that. They are definitely, the women's tag team division is doing actually really good right now. So let's hope that the men's tag team division can get some of that spotlight as well. But yes, SmackDown tag team division, good. Women's tag team division, good. Raw tag team division, not so much. Mr. Gray says, why did we stop trying new stuff with the Kabuki Warriors? Let Asuka go crazy and have some matches here and there with anyone. She's the best right now. Build that character, please. I mean, honestly, to me, they are. They're still letting Asuka go crazy. She got in the faces of Bayley and Lyra backstage, and then she interfered in the main event. Honestly, I personally think they are. Could they do more? Yeah, I guess. But I would have liked to see a Kyrie match or an Asuka match. We could have cut 10 minutes off of some other match and had something. But I think they're doing good with Asuka. I think she's one of the few bright spots, in my opinion. Jimbo Slice says, I really wish that Heyman would address why he views Braun as the next world champion over Bronson. Obviously, he sees them both as a future. But why is Braun the blatant focus? Bronson just pinned Roman effing Reigns. That's valid. Well, I don't understand why both of them can't have feuds. If you notice, when Bronson was getting pushed to beat Roman effing Reigns, Braun Breaker took a step back. And then, now that Braun Breaker's the future WrestleMania main eventer, Bronson Reed has taken a step back. Push them both. Batista and Randy Orton, they both got pushed at the same time during Evolution. Do it here. Again, Triple H knows and has the blueprint to do this because he was the leader of Evolution, and yet. But I'm the problem. Emmanuel Carey says, WWE is trash now. From someone who watched from 98 until 09 and watched peak AJ Styles and TNA, wrestling as a whole is trash now, but WWE sold its soul and it's garbage. Yeah, I think we're, maybe the product has passed us by. I've been really, really chewing on that. Maybe the product is not for me anymore. I don't know. I hope that's not the case. I'm gonna still watch. Don't get me wrong. I love you guys so much, and I have more fun in the streams talking to you guys than I do watching the product right now. So I'm not going anywhere, but maybe I got to adjust. Maybe I need to adjust. Maybe I am the problem because a C plus, a C minus. That's just not good enough for me. Daniel Kinzer says, LA Knight is dead. Triple H needs to be fired. AI sucks. Raw is garbage. And that opening segment was trash. That's your Raw. Honestly, if Triple H was fired, unless they put Shawn Michaels, unless it's Shawn Michaels, who would they do? Who would they get? Honestly, I am just so scared for the future of WWE. I am just so scared for the future of WWE. It is so corporate right now. It's just, I really wish I could. I really wish I was more into AEW. I really do. I like the product, but I'm not in love with AEW. I try, but like, holy cow. I'm definitely afraid that I'm gonna fall out of love with WWE right now. All relationships have their bumps, so I'm not saying I'm quitting or I don't love WWE, but I am saying that me and WWE, like, we're definitely not talking to each other or sending each other loving text messages like we once did. The Mexican Wolverine says Jey can't cut a freaking promo. Not even Punk was able to get a decent promo out of him. Not even the AI WWE has can get Jey. Jey can cut a decent promo. I just don't know why he doesn't. Then we got Naveen Kumar says Triple H knows only how to book a babyface champion like this, make him or her a rescue act. I guess, like Stephanie Fakir, maybe that's what you're talking about, how Stephanie just came and rescued Nikki Bella. Like, yeah, like, even the feuds they got going on really aren't feuds. They're just like, I beat somebody up and then you come and stop me from beating them up. Or we beat you up together and you get a friend to help you not get beat up. Dracon 2005 says LA Knight should have won that battle royal. Hunter needs to wake up and stop giving opportunities to people who just had the championship. I'm happy that Jey Uso is still in the main event scene and we're not throwing away his Royal Rumble victory, but I do agree there were multiple choices for people who could have won that would have freshened things up. Especially if CM Punk is going to win on Saturday's main event, then we definitely should have went with someone else. LA Knight, Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, Dominic Mysterio, Finn Balor, heck, even Sheamus, AJ Styles, who's retiring next year. Lots of options. And Jey versus CM Punk. When Jey literally can't hold his own in a promo for a go-home show. Those are your hot takes for Monday Night Raw. Sorry, guys. Like, I wish I could be more positive. I really do. I know that this channel has been called a very positive wrestling channel in the past. But, like, I can't fake it either. I gotta call out when it's not good. And I just don't think it's good. I think it could do better. I think they could do better. And, I want to be positive. I really do. I want to be in love with the product, but like, I'm not going to fake it at the same time either. So let's just hope. Last week was a great week. Let's hope that this Monday Night Raw was a fluke and we go back to greatness on SmackDown. All right, boys. Or was it 2 weeks ago? There was a really good week recently. All right, boys. All right, girls. Have a good day. We'll see you for Saturday night's main event and SmackDown, plus the episodes in between. See you. Bye.